Now this bonus webinar is on the product style plugin that all of you purchased. I wanted to hold this special webinar to show you some of the main features and uses of it, and also a couple of the extra little features that are in it, just so all of you can really understand how this product works and how you can apply it into use on your own WordPress websites. Ultimately, the product style plugin has a ton of different features, and for a newcomer they can be pretty confusing, which I completely understand. I didn't want to make a simple product that would only do one thing for you, so you would end up having to go out and buy all of these other different products to accomplish each different type of task that you wanted to do. So instead, product style is really meant to be an all-inclusive plugin that covers a wide variety of different practical uses for creating advertisements and comparison charts for Amazon affiliates. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a live site here and actually walk you guys through in person a number of these different processes that you need to go through to utilize this plugin. Now, if you have not installed it already, once you get into WordPress, just go into Plugins and go to Add New, or you can also click on the Add New button up here. And you're simply going to be going to this upload link, and then you just have to find the plugin zip file that you have downloaded from my website. That will install the actual plugin on your WordPress site, and you just need to click on the little activate link that goes along with it. And once you do that, you should see product style showing up here in the sidebar menu. Before you can actually use this plugin, you have to go through this setup process that is going to ask you a couple of important questions and get you to fill out some of the settings for this plugin. Now, when I originally created the plugin, it did not include this setup process here, and a lot of people were simply confused about how to set it up in the way that they wanted to be able to use it. So instead of just hitting you with a big page of settings outright, I simply ask you a few questions here, and this will help to get your plugin set up how you intend to use it. Yes, June, this is being recorded, and a copy of that will be sent out to everybody here this evening, early in the morning tomorrow, most likely. You're quite welcome, June. So now to start with here, we need to select an affiliate network. This plugin can be used to create ads for affiliate networks other than Amazon. However, the API system that is being used with Amazon to pull in the products and the product information and pictures and all that stuff, that is only something that you can do with Amazon on this plugin. If you use any other affiliate networks, you will simply have to provide your own HTML coding for those networks. And for ClickBank and Commission Junction, it's simplified a little bit to where you can just provide an ID for the product or the advertiser that you're going after. But in most cases, you guys are going to be using this for Amazon, and no matter what you're selecting here in this initial setup process, nothing is set in stone. You can always go back into the settings later on and make some adjustments to this stuff. So what you're really looking to do is just provide the basic information here to get the plugin set up how you initially intend to be using it. And so I'm going to be showing you how to do so for Amazon here tonight. So I'm just going to click on the Continue button, and this will take me into the setup for Amazon. Now to start with here, it is asking me if I want to use either one or multiple Amazon affiliate sites. This is referring to Amazon.com, Amazon.ca, .co.uk, all the different Amazon locales that are available. If you have an affiliate account with multiple locales, you can use all of them on one particular website. However, when you're first getting started, especially if this is your first time ever using this particular plugin, I would really recommend that you just start out with one Amazon site so you can get used to how everything works, and you can always build on from there. You can go back in and enable other Amazon locales to use at a later point in time. So I'm just going to go ahead and click Continue here and use one Amazon site to start with, and then it will ask me what country site I would like to use. So I'm going to set this up with Amazon.com and continue on from there. So now all you need to do is provide your affiliate ID. If you have a tracking ID set up for your affiliate account to where you want to track each of your different websites individually, you can also put your tracking ID right here. It does not have to specifically be that affiliate ID. So once you punch that in and proceed to the next step, you simply need to provide Amazon API keys here. Now, I want to mention something about these API keys. If you set these up in the plugin and you go through and you start trying to create advertisements and you find that it's not pulling any of the product information for you, it's possible that your Amazon API keys may not be good. You need to create these specifically by starting out on your Amazon affiliate account. So I'll go to my Amazon.com affiliate account and then look for the product advertising API tab that is up at the top of the page, and you need to proceed through there to AWS and create your Amazon API keys that way. If you do not originate through your affiliate account, your API keys that you create will not work for the product advertising API. And this creates a lot of confusion for a fairly small number of people, but for those that have this problem, it can be really, really frustrating. So if you find that it's not working correctly, try going through and generating some fresh API keys just to ensure that that is not the problem. So now, once you have punched in your information for your API keys and proceed on from there, you need to tell the plugin what kind of links you want to use on your site. Again, if this is the first time you're ever using the plugin, I would recommend to go for the first choice up here, direct standard affiliate links. The other two choices use special shopping cart links, and I'll end up going through and showing you guys the shopping cart links here in a little while, but I'm also going to start with just the standard affiliate links here so you can see how everything works, and then we can kind of expand from there to add in some of these extra features of the plugin so you don't get overwhelmed with everything all at once. Now, if you are looking to do something particular in the plugin, there's all of these links down here after you complete the setup process, and they take you to different YouTube videos of mine, and they explain particular portions and processes that are done with this plugin, and they go into some things that I won't be covering here tonight, so I at least wanted to point these out to you. But once you reach this page where you have completed your setup, you'll see this link here for Auto Amazon. This is the page that you go to create your Amazon ads in the plugin. you simply start searching for your products here that you would like to create advertisements for. But before I actually go into showing you how to create some ads, I want to go to one other part of the plugin to demonstrate one of the basic principles of this entire plugin, and actually where I derived the name from, product style. This plugin is all about being able to customize your advertisements to make them look exactly how you want them to look. This way, you don't have ads that look great on one site and don't look great on another site. You have the freedom to rearrange things, to change around the colors or whatever else you would like to get these ads to look how you want them to look and to fit in with the existing look of your website. So there are a number of these ad styles that are already built into the plugin, and you can use any of them when you're creating your ads and your comparison charts. However, you can also go into this plugin and edit any of these ad styles, or you could even use them as a basis for a completely new ad style. Let's say you like one of these ad styles. I'll click on a preview button right here just so we can look at a advertisement here on the screen. So let's say I like this, but maybe the colors that are used here simply don't fit with the colors for my website. All I have to do, if I don't want to alter this existing ad style, I can simply click on this copy button right here, and I could simply make a new ad style that uses all of the same settings of the previous one, except then I could just go through and change a couple of colors, my border colors and my background colors here, for example. All you have to do is click on one of these little color wheels right here, and you can simply adjust the colors in your advertisements without having to know what these codes actually mean. These are hex color codes. Well, there's a lot of different features here, and obviously I don't want to sit here and bore you with trying to explain every single one of them to you, but there is a guidebook for this plugin that does exactly that. It will detail every single one of these features for you and tell you what they do. So if you are looking to get your ad arranged in a very particular way, you can learn what all this stuff does and make the appropriate adjustments. But just from going through here and altering one single color on an ad, I can create a completely different look for an advertisement now. But one of the most important things to remember, whenever you create a new ad style here, look up at the top. You have all of these checkboxes that are next to a name of an ad style. Anything with a checkbox beside it are the ones that you can use on your live website for your advertisements. So if you create a new one, you have to make sure you select it and actually click on this Publish button right here. This puts all of this information live onto your site, so the ads will actually look like you want them to look and how you've set them up to look. Now, another important thing to remember here is if you ever go through and edit one of these ad styles and you save it, those changes to the ad style will not take effect on the ads on your live site until you publish that style again. So let's say I went through and edited one of these styles and made a couple of adjustments to it and saved my changes. Once I got back to this page, I would then want to click on Publish Styles again and just make sure that ad style is in the selected list here. And that will refresh all of my changes here with my ad style to the advertisements that are actually on my live site. So I don't have to go through and edit additional pages or anything like that to get those changes to show up. I just simply edit my style and publish here. So this is, like I was saying before, the basis of this entire plugin. Anything you're creating with the plugin has the option of using one of these ad styles that you have created. So with that said, I'm going to go through and actually create an advertisement for you now to show you how this system is intended to be used. I'm going to go to this Auto Amazon page now. You can see there's a decent list here of different pages that are available in the plugin, and all these will show up after you complete that initial setup process. They will not show up until you do that. And if you ever need to change your settings, you can get back to your settings page through this list here. So the Auto Amazon page, as I was saying before, is what you use to create your ads, but it's also what you use to search for your Amazon products that you want to advertise. So I could simply search for a keyword phrase right here, like GPS, for example. You have a lot of different options that you can customize in this search if you are looking for something particular. If you want products from only a certain category or within a certain price range, you can definitely specify all that stuff up top. But at the very least, you really just need to provide a keyword phrase that it can use to base your search on. So once you search for something here, you have a listing of your products, and it gives you some basic information about each of them, review ratings and prices and sales rank. You can also get to the actual Amazon page if you would like to look at that page in more detail from this product page link right here. But in terms of using this system to create an advertisement for you, you want to actually click on one. You want to click on either the image or on the product title. And this is going to open up a large window for you that is going to show you all of the available information that Amazon provides for this product through their API system. And this is also the page where you are creating your actual advertisement. So up at the top here, we have a basic product overview. This is just giving me some of the information on the product itself and also a link to the actual product page on Amazon. But down below here, this plugin category selection box, this is really the portion of this page that you are looking for to begin creating this advertisement. Now to start, you need a plugin category that you use to organize these advertisements into. Now if you look at the box here, there is a category called Fast Ads that is already included. I really do not recommend ever selecting this particular category though, unless you are trying to alter the default behavior of a fast ad. A fast ad is a very particular kind of ad that this plugin can create. And if you are interested in that, look at the plugin guidebook for it and read all of the information about that. A lot of people will instantly jump into this plugin and try to create their own advertisements and use this fast ad category, and they end up encountering problems by doing so because that's not the way that it was really intended to be used. But it is available for selection here, so you can edit the default behavior of those fast ads. Now to give you a little more information about what I'm really talking about here, I need to create a new category. So I click on the new category button here, and this pops up a box. I think I buried it down below. Sorry, let me start this over. So I'm going to create a new category now. I hope I didn't. I think I might have just discovered a bug. Sorry about this. I'm going to make a note for myself to go check this out. Okay, so you click on the Create New Category button, and this will open up this little window for you. And you won't have to do this very often. This is simply creating a category to organize all of your products. So I'm going to call this GPS. And after I create that category, it autofills it here in this drop-down box for me now. Now what I want to do is scroll down below to the product information. This is all of the available information that Amazon provides for this product through the API system. And instead of simply piling all of this into your advertisement or onto your page, this plugin lets you pick and choose and rearrange and even customize all of this information so you can make it show up exactly how you want it to. So what I can do is go through this list and select a couple of things that I want to show up with my ad. Maybe I want the review rating and the list and the sale price to show up. So I can select these 3 items. Now, if I wanted the review rating to be showing up below this other information, I can simply click on one of these and drag and drop it to change around the order of this product information, and this will alter how it displays in your live advertisement. Now, this is worth mentioning. These top 5 boxes here, availability, free shipping, list, sale, price, and rating, they can also be put into a different place in your advertisement based on your ad style settings. So if you're ever rearranging something here and it's not changing the order of this information in your live ad, go look at your style settings and see what the rating and price settings there are set up as. Now I can demonstrate what I'm talking about here when I get down below to the ad creation options. All of these options down here allow me to change the way the actual advertisement looks and displays on my live website. First off, I have the style right here, and this relates to all those different ad styles that I created. So I can select one of them in this list, and it will create the ad based on the design of that ad style. Now, I don't necessarily recommend going through and changing all these different options. The main ones that you're really going to be worrying about are your style and the image size down here. A lot of times I will change this to a medium image size instead of the small one. And then down at the very bottom, I often change the special button so I can show a Buy Now button with my advertisement. But if you don't want the Buy Now buttons there, just leave it on No and it won't show a Buy Now button. So whenever you are done with all of these options and selecting all the product information that you want to show up with your advertisement, all you have to do is click on the preview button if you want to actually see how this will look on your live website. So this is what the ad for this particular product with the product information I selected and the ad style and all the other settings all combined, and it gives me a nice little preview here. So I can go through and make adjustments before I even save my advertisement if I want to. Now, I want to demonstrate something here by changing around the ad style to show you a couple different possibilities. With this ad style, it puts other information here off to the side of the advertisement instead of stacking everything up together. And this all depends on the style setting again. So you have some ads that allow for extra room for content, and you have other ads that are meant to be more compact advertisements. This minimal style here was a good example of that. This has extra room here in this box, so I could go through and try to select some additional information to show up there. Maybe I put in the UPC and the model number or something like that. So then this automatically shows up in this area over here, and I could continue to fill up that space with additional information if I want to for that particular ad style. But this is really what is one of the most important things to remember about this plugin is all the product information is not intended to work with every single ad style. Some of these styles are meant to be used in particular ways. The minimal style is meant to be used with some extra content information, whereas the ad-only style is not. It's meant to only include a picture and a title and reviews and prices. So it makes a really compact advertisement. So keep that in mind when you're creating your own ads. Play around, pick a couple of different ad styles and see which one is really going to work out the best for the type of information that you are trying to put through. Now there's one other style here I want to point out before I proceed on, and this is white content only. I'm going to click on Preview Ad here so you can see what comes up. It's only showing me the list price and the sale price and the rating. It doesn't show me the picture or the title, and in fact none of this ad here is actually clickable. It's not a link. It is content only. So what that means is that you're showing any of this product information right here as simply content on your page, and you're not actually creating an advertisement for it. So what you could do with this particular ad style here is actually create two ads for the same product. You can create a smaller advertisement that would go up at the top of your page, and then you can create a white content only advertisement that would go down below it, and that would include essentially all the content for one of your pages. So I selected the product summary right here. As you can see, sometimes the product summary here will contain a lot of information and even HTML coding in it. So this is often good to use with this content only style. Let me preview this here for you and you can see what I'm talking about. So now I have the prices and the rating like I had before, but then I have this product summary here, which is all nice and styled up, at least on this particular product. And it looks just like you're seeing up above here in the top. This is your product summary that's showing up. So you can use these different styles in these creative ways to fill up the content on your page. And again, this isn't actually creating an ad. None of this whatsoever is clickable. But this, again, is only because I'm using this content-only ad. All the other ones do not behave in that manner. So what I'm going to do here is just use the ad-only ad style with the medium image, and I'm going to remove the product summary. This was the initial setup that I had going here. So I'm going to use this as the actual ad setup for what I'm going to create here now. Just wanted to show you a couple of different potential options and features that are available on this page, because there may be a lot more here than initially appears to the eye. So when you're satisfied with your ad and you're ready to create it, just click on the Create Product Ad button. This will take us back to the page, give us a little success message up at the top. Now what we can do is we have two different options to go through and create additional advertisements, but we can now do this a lot faster once we have figured out how we want to design our ads and what type of information we want to be showing with them. The first option is to continue through just like I did before and create another advertisement in that same manner. So we find another ad, we click on it to get this page to open up for us, and then we scroll down to category selection. This time though, we do not create a new category. We select our existing category that we just created, GPS. Now I want to point something out here. You notice all the product information here is reset to its normal state. Nothing is selected. All of the ad creation options down here are all at their default values. Well, when you select a product category here, GPS, it automatically selects all of the product information that you selected for the previous ad that you created. And down below here, it automatically sets up all of these ad creation options. I'm really referring to the drop-down boxes here. It's not going to customize any of these three text boxes down at the bottom because this is simply the title from that particular product. But in terms of all these drop-down box options and all the product information that is selected, and even the ordering that you rearrange this stuff into, it all gets remembered with the category that you have created. So you can then go through and create different categories on your site. Maybe not necessarily to organize your products, but it's to organize your products into particular ad designs. So you could then have this one ad design, and then maybe you create another one that includes the product summary, or simply just is a more elaborate ad design. And you can save that as a different category and then easily recall all of the settings and options for either of those for future ads that you're going to create. So now, as you can see, all I did on this page here was simply selected the category, and everything else was done for me. I can go down to the bottom and preview this ad, and it's going to look identical to my other ad that I created, except obviously this is for a completely different product here. So I could then go back through and create the product ad in the same manner by clicking on the button here. I'm actually going to cancel this though, and I'm going to create this ad using a different method here. I'm going to click on the checkbox next to a couple of products here. I could go down this page and continue selecting even more checkboxes if I want to. And then I get down to the bottom and I have this quick add button, and next to it I have a category selection box. So here I can select the category that I created, GPS, and any products that I've selected here, it will automatically create an advertisement for me for these products, and it's going to do so using the exact same settings and options that I did for that first product that I went through and manually created in that category. So clicking on the quick add button, it simply works away and creates my ad, and as you can see, I've just created 2 additional advertisements in the exact same way that I did that first one, except now I didn't have to do really much of any work for it. All I had to do is select a checkbox and go down here and click a button basically. So once you have actually figured out what you want all of your ads to look like, you can then go through and create those ads really fast without having to actually do all the work for every single ad that you're creating, but you still end up with completely customized and unique advertisements. And unless you're doing a very, very common ad setup, chances are other websites using this exact same plugin will have completely different ads from you. They'll be designed differently. They'll contain different product information. And so that's what really makes this plugin so unique and special and also powerful, because when Google's out there looking at your websites, it doesn't see that they're all the same and that they're all created just like these thousands of other websites out there. All the advertisements are different. The product information is different. It's arranged in different ways. So once you go through and create all of your ads that you want to show on your live website, what you can then go and do is go to the pages on your website where you want these advertisements to show up. So I have a couple different pages that are already created here, and these are just simply blank pages. There's no content in them whatsoever. All I'm going to be doing here is clicking on this PS button up at the top, and then I can choose the kind of ad that I want to insert into this page. Now these are the fast ads that I was talking about before. Unless you really don't care what products are being promoted on your site, I really wouldn't recommend using the fast ad system. You can always find a more relevant selection by going through and creating your own unique ads than you can using the fast ad system. A fast ad system really just looks at the content of your page. So if you don't have a lot of unique content in your page talking about the kind of product that you're wanting to promote, chances are it might not even be able to find a relevant product to put on that page for you. So yet again, another reason why I would recommend going through this auto Amazon system just like I showed you here and creating your ads manually. At least once you just do one ad manually, then you can go through and quickly spit out the ads using that quick ad system that I just showed you. So to access the auto Amazon ads that I created, I want to click on Saved Ads. These are my ads that I have already gone through and created and saved myself. So if I have a lot of different categories on my site, I could choose a category here, and it will eliminate all of the advertisements in this list here except for those that are grouped into that category. So for sites that do have hundreds or maybe even thousands of advertisements, they can separate them into different categories to help them with organization to be able to find them here to insert them into their page. But ultimately, all you really need to do here is just select one product and click on the Insert Ad button. This puts a shortcode into the page, and the shortcode gets replaced on the live website by the advertisement that you have created. So I can click on the Update button now and go and view this particular page, and I can see my live advertisement now, which then simply links up to that product page on Amazon. So now, if I continued through with these other two pages that I have and inserted the advertisements into them, I would then have those three ads showing up on pages of my website. Now obviously I would want to have some actual content here to go along with these ads, especially since I'm using a really simple ad design here. I don't just want to have this on my page. I want to have an article that talks about that product and reviews it, or talks about some other relational subjects also included on that page to make it more unique and also more appealing for website visitors. Obviously, if you're just landing on this page, there's really nothing to incline you to click on this ad. So make sure you are doing more than just the advertisement itself on all of your pages. Now, the next thing I would like to show you how to do is to take these advertisements that we've created. So I made 3 of them already, and I'm going to combine them into one single ad, and this is actually going to be a comparison chart. So I can go to the compare page in this plugin and click on the create new chart button. Now up at the top, this chart name, this is going to be a name that is not only used for my own recognition of this comparison chart, but this will actually be the header of that comparison chart on my live website. So I'm going to call this one GPS Navigation Systems. Now for product display, I personally prefer to use image and text. You can try out the other options where you have image only or text only, or even this enhanced Amazon ad. I included that feature simply because it is an available option, but I really recommend to go for image and text. It'll simply make a better looking comparison chart for you. Now, just like we had done with the advertisement, we also get to choose an ad style with our comparison chart. So we can change the way these charts actually look. And then we have a number of different other options that go with them. Product orientation. So I can have the products going across the top, or I can have them going down the side of the page. If you only have a couple products that you're going to put in your comparison chart, you can use horizontal. However, if you have a lot of products, I would often say more than 3 that you're putting in one single chart, I'd recommend using a vertical chart. Otherwise, they're just not all going to fit on the page. So since I only have 3 here, I can use the horizontal and show you what this looks like. Now, of all of these other options here, I'm going to rearrange a couple of them, but I'm also going to come back in a minute and talk about this one product link destination. But for now, I'm going to go ahead down below and select the category. So these again are the categories that I created on the Auto Amazon page, and you cannot use fast ads with these comparison charts. You must create your own category, put products in that category, and then you can combine those into comparison charts. So if you've been using the fast ad category and you find that they're not being listed here, or they're not being listed in the saved ad drop-down list, that is why they're not intended to be used and created in that manner. So just simply go through and create your own category on the Auto Amazon page first and group everything in there, and then you'll be able to use all the different features of this plugin. So when you choose a category here, it's going to list all the different fields that you have selected for that category. So I selected the prices and the rating. So these are available for me. And I can unselect some of these or even rearrange the order of them if I want them to show up on my comparison chart in a particular manner. And then I can also pick and choose from the ads that are in that category. Maybe I have a category that has 50 different ads in it, and obviously I don't want to create a comparison chart with all of those ads. Maybe I only want to choose a couple of them, so I could simply select the couple of products that I wanted to create for this particular chart. And then down below you can preview this just like you did with the advertisement, so you don't have to keep going back and forth. You can just do all of your designing here on this one page until you're satisfied with it, and then go and put it on your live website. So I can click on Preview Chart here, and you can see a general idea of what this is going to look like. Now, ultimately, this really does not look like much of a comparison chart, but there is a good reason for this. It is based on your ad styles, which is really important to remember. And sometimes in your ad style settings, you'll have things like the reviews and the prices get grouped with the image. So that is why this chart, using this ad-only style, doesn't really look like a comparison chart. But if I change this to something else like minimal, for example, you can see now that I have the products listed up here at the top, and I have my appropriate fields here, and it makes a normal looking comparison chart for me now. So if you're not getting the expected results from this, try changing your ad style. It might be affecting the way information is showing up in your comparison chart. So now that I have this basic comparison chart here, obviously I could use this as it is now and put this on a page of my website, and then whenever somebody clicks on this image here or the title or the Buy Now button, they will be taken to the appropriate product page on Amazon so they can buy that product if they would like to. However, there is one other thing that you can do with these comparison charts to alter the way they behave. And this is something that I really like to do. I added this feature into the plugin simply so I could do this on my own Amazon websites. And that is to make the comparison chart kind of a gateway to other pages that are on my website. And I accomplish this using the product link destination setting that I briefly mentioned before. If you change this setting to add page URL instead of normal product URL, you will get a different experience from these comparison charts. Now, to show you what I'm actually talking about here, I'm going to save this chart here. And then there's one other thing that I need to do. I need to go to the ads page of this plugin. On the ads page, these are the ads that I created with the Auto Amazon section, except now I can go through and edit these advertisements if I wanted to change something about it. And what I'm really interested in here is one particular setting, the page destination. You can see right here it says used by charts. What I am looking for is the URL of the product page on my own website. Now you can either use the entire URL or you could just use the part except for your domain name, / whatever your page name is, and then another / to end it. So I can go back over here now and type in / GPS1 and another / to represent that page on my website. And now I'm going to save this ad and go back into the other two and do the same thing. So now that I have added in this page destination for all three of these advertisements, I'm going to go back and proceed with adding this comparison chart into a page of my website. So I have this other page here that I've just called GPS. And I'm going to go up to the PS icon and this time click on Saved Charts instead of the ads. And now I can insert that comparison chart into this page on my website. So if I update the page and now go to view it on my live website, you can see exactly what happened with what I was just doing with those page URLs. I have my comparison chart. I have a Buy Now button here that obviously links up to the Amazon product page. However, if I click on either the image or on the product title right here, it does not go to Amazon anymore. It actually goes to that relevant page on my own website. So I can kind of make a gateway page that is a comparison chart, and it can link up to other pages here on my website for those particular products, so people can go and get more information about it. And this also is really beneficial for search engines as well. You're creating a hierarchy structure here on your website by setting up a comparison chart with individual advertising pages in this manner. And this will help out your search rankings, on top of giving you a way to create pretty useful, unique websites. So these ads and comparison charts are the main things that you're going to be doing with this particular plugin. You can use these to add ads to any pages that you want. You can even take those short codes that are generated from the ads and you can put them into a text widget if you wanted an ad to show up in the sidebar of your website, for example. So pretty much everything I've already shown you should be 95%, if not more, of what you will ever do with this particular plugin. Now there are a couple of other things that are commonly used. There are obviously a lot of different settings beyond what I've discussed here this evening. However, in terms of the most popular things and the most common things that people are usually using in this plugin, there are two other ones that I wanted to briefly point out real quick. I'm on the settings page here. If you had Amazon locales that you wanted to later go back and enable, you can do that up here at the top by simply filling in your associate ID and marking them as active. This is for link localization, so you can actually have multiple locales activated on one website. And then when you go to view a page on your live website, the plugin will try to figure out what country you live in and serve up appropriate advertisements for that country. So if you live in the USA, it'll send you Amazon.com advertisements. If you live in the UK, it'll send you Amazon UK advertisements. There are some niches where you really don't have to worry about that. You can send everybody to Amazon.com. But there are other niches, electronics being one of the biggest ones, where you can't send somebody from Amazon or that lives in the UK to go and buy an electronic product off of Amazon.com. It's not going to be compatible with the plugs where they live. They're going to have to buy adapters. Shipping is going to be more expensive. You have all these different reasons why you should direct people to the appropriate Amazon site, and the plugin can handle all of that for you. So all you would really need to do is add in another associate ID and then activate that particular locale here. And you can test this out on your own website by enabling this admin country testing. And then I could select Amazon.ca and save my changes. Then when I go to my live website here and I go to click on one of these products, see, it takes me to Amazon Canada. Obviously, I don't live in Canada. I live in the United States. I wouldn't be able to get it to show me that advertisement for Amazon Canada unless I could fake being in Canada. So that is what this admin country testing setting is for. And this is important. Any of the locales that you decide to enable, I would highly recommend going through and testing each of your products in each of the different locales. The reason for this particular product is available on Amazon.com and Amazon Canada and maybe even other Amazon locales using the exact same ASIN, the identification for that product. However, this is not the case with every single product that is out there. Sometimes you'll have a product on Amazon.com and that product is not available on one of the other or all of the other locales. So it's really important that you verify that your links are actually going to work. And if for some reason they don't, let's say you figured out that this particular product here, maybe it's not available in Canada, but it is available in the US. What you can do is go into the ads for this plugin, and down at the bottom when you are editing one, you have these advanced country control settings. So I could go to Canada right here, and instead I could tell it for this particular product to just send them to the Amazon.com product instead. Or I could even send them to a completely different product. So I could go and make an advertisement for a product that does exist on Amazon Canada, and I can redirect Canadian traffic to that different product instead. So no matter what the situation really is, this plugin can be adjusted to work in a wide variety of localization type of situation. Now, one of the last things that I want to point out with this plugin here today is another feature here on the settings page. If you go, let me disable my locales up here real quick. I'm going to go down to the bottom, and there's a section called Amazon Shopping Cart. The very first two settings here, use shopping cart. If I enable this, it enables the shopping cart system. And then the next setting determines how those shopping cart links are going to behave. You have direct links, which do not require a widget, and then you have the on-site cart, which does require a widget. So first I'm going to show you the direct links here. I'll save my changes, and then I will go back and refresh this page on my site. So now, if I click on one of these products, you can see, first of all, my Buy Now buttons have all changed into Add to Cart buttons. That is because it is no longer going to function like a normal product here. Actually, I am not using this correctly. I need to be on one of these other pages here. And enable a sidebar. I don't have sidebars enabled on this particular site, which I generally do use sidebars. Yes, James, a replay will be available for this. Will be sent out really late this evening or possibly early in the morning. So I have this ad here, and it uses this shopping cart system on Amazon to where it doesn't actually take me to the product page. What it's going to do is it's going to take me to a confirmation page on Amazon. Now, with this particular, I'm not on the correct page here. Here we go. This particular product, when you click on it, you're no longer taken to the product page on Amazon. This is an add to shopping cart page, and it asks the person to please confirm that they want to add the item to their shopping cart. Now, here's the important thing to remember. And a lot of people dive into this shopping cart system without even really realizing how it works. And that's why I wanted to kind of show you how all these different parts work here, because it's really important to understand to actually be able to use this stuff effectively on your live website. Since the person is not getting directed to the product page on Amazon anymore, and they're ending up on this shopping cart page, you have to give them a reason to click on this continue button right here. And if they just land on this page and they're not really sure what's going on or why they're on the Amazon website now when they were just on this page on your own website, this can be confusing to website visitors when they are directed through this shopping cart system blindly. However, the reason why a lot of people want to use it is because when you can get somebody to click on this continue button right here, it adds a 90-day affiliate cookie to that person's browser. Whereas if you are just directing people to the normal product pages, it is only a 24-hour cookie. So you have 1 day here to get a sale on this page, whereas this page you have 90 days to get a sale. But they have to click this continue button or there is no cookie being put on their computer. So with that said, if you use the shopping cart system, make sure you are pre-selling what is going on here. Make sure they know when they click this add to cart button that they're going to be on Amazon to buy this product. Otherwise, it can be confusing for the visitor, and it can actually decrease your sales instead of raising your sales like you would expect it to. So make sure you pre-sell if you use that shopping cart system. Just let the people know what's going on. Now, one of the ways that you can do that is with this other setting, the on-site shopping cart that requires the widget. I'm going to save my changes here, and I'm actually going to go back to this page on my site and refresh it real quick. Now, you need to do something over here. As you can see, I don't have any widgets set up on this page. These are just blank default widgets that show up there when I don't have anything included. So what I need to do is to go to Appearance and Widgets. On this page, I have a product style shopping cart widget, and I can drag this into the primary sidebar. Now when I go back to this page, I have my shopping cart in the sidebar. And if I click on the button here to add it to the shopping cart, it then does it on my own website instead of taking me off to Amazon. The whole point here is that the person can update their shopping cart. They can go through your website and add multiple products to it, or maybe even add some accessory products to the shopping cart. And then when they're ready to actually go and buy the product on Amazon, they click on the checkout button here, and they're taken to this same page on Amazon to confirm that they want to add this product or products to their shopping cart. So again, this gives you the 90-day cookie, except it has this extra shopping cart step here. But this can be really useful in terms of accomplishing that pre-sale for you, because obviously people kind of get the impression here that when they are clicking on this checkout button, obviously they're going to be buying something. However, you have some other settings on the product style settings page down here at the bottom in the shopping cart, where you have all the different text that displays in the shopping cart. You can change that around if you would like to, or even change colors of background colors and the checkout button color. But you can also display a message here by enabling this, and that will show this text powered by Amazon, which you could also change to simply say that, products purchased on this website are checked out through Amazon.com, for example. In doing that, you're giving that pre-sale step to people that I was talking to you about. And if you are going to use the shopping cart system, one way or another, make sure again that you are doing that pre-selling to get the best results from it. If not, stick with just the normal product links where it will direct you to the standard product pages on Amazon. Now, in terms of how I actually go through and build my websites, I have a couple of different ways that I do them. Some of you may have already picked up my Azon Masterclass or my Azon Home Study course. And that particular course is really just one of two courses that are really extensive step-by-step type of courses where I show you guys absolutely everything that I do to build my Amazon sites from start to finish. Now, this particular page right here, this is a special page that I have arranged just for you guys for this webinar. And if you would like to take advantage and get access to my in-depth Amazon training programs, this page can save you an absolute ton of money. Pull this page up for you here real quick. This is not intended to be an in-depth, extensive sales page. I could go on and have a sales page that would take you hours to read, that would go through in detail everything that was included in these courses. But I didn't want to do that. If you want to find more information about my Azon Masterclass 1 or 2 series, you can use these links at the bottom to get to the appropriate pages that will detail them more for you. However, these two different options that I have available for you, option number 2 includes everything. You're getting my Masterclass 1 and 2. Masterclass 1 is my Azon Home Study course. So if you have already purchased my Home Study course, you may just want to go for option 1. This just includes my second Azon Masterclass series. Now, in addition to that, for either options, I include access to every single WordPress plugin I've ever made, and also every single ebook I have ever written for Amazon affiliates. I've been doing this stuff since 2010, so I have quite a lot of material that I include with this offer. Now, in terms of what you're getting with this, I know this description that I give here, it's kind of hard to really know what you're going to get with these series. And you know, that may be the one thing that's kind of holding you back. You may not really understand the massive amount of training and hand-holding that you really get with either one of these options. And so I wanted to briefly show you what exactly comes with either of these series. The first series, which is also my Azon Home Study course, this includes 12 different webinars, obviously recordings of webinars, and they are approximately 2 hours long each. So that's almost 24 hours, actually over 24 hours worth of video training, and that details my entire site building strategy step by step from start to finish. And this is a strategy that I've been using for over a decade successfully. And it does not require changes and updates and all that other stuff because that's how I designed it. I designed it not to trick the search engines. It is embracing what search engines are looking for, and it's giving it to them. And the sites that I've built off of this strategy get good rankings, and they remain in the rankings for many, many, many years. Now, each of these classes, I can just click on one of them real quick here for you. You'll get a brief summary of what the class is about. There is a class ebook that goes along with it. Each of the ebooks are between 20 and 40 pages long, and it's a great follow-along or later reference guide for the video And again, as I mentioned, the actual video is approximately 2 hours long for each of the classes, and I go through in detail, step by step, this particular portion of my site building strategy. And then you have everything that I go through, from my research to WordPress setup to site construction, advertising, marketing, and even selling the website if you would like. Now, there's bonus training included with the Azon Home Study course. My Techie Masterclass is 5 more classes where you're getting an ebook guide and also a roughly 2-hour-long webinar video. And I teach you guys about the stuff you need to know to manage your website hosting account and to manage your WordPress sites. Things like control panel and FTP and email accounts and databases, and even making your website backups and things of that nature. So this is all really, really important information that I consider to be essential for anybody that runs any kind of website, period, not just for Amazon affiliates. And then there's 2 more bonus training series in here. Weaver Training talks about my favorite WordPress theme, which is completely free to use. You can go download it right now. It's called Weaver 2. It's a really feature-packed WordPress theme that I use on almost every site that I build these days. And these are 2-hour-long classes that detail everything about this particular theme. And then I also have this motivational marketing class, which is just simply a roughly 1-hour-long webinar where I talk to you guys about my struggles that I've had to overcome with working at home, being married with 3 kids. I'm in a home office. Obviously, you know, I have distractions and noise and all kinds of other things that come along with it. And these are struggles that every work-at-home marketer has. And I kind of teach you how I stay motivated and focused and keep moving along. And even if you don't have kids, or even if you're not working at home, if you're just self-employed, something in this training is going to be beneficial for you. I have people that tell me that they go back through and they watch this particular video on a monthly basis just to keep themselves motivated. They really love it that much. So now, everything I've shown you here, this is included just in Azon Masterclass 1. I haven't even talked about Azon Masterclass 2 yet. Azon Masterclass 2 is another 12 webinar training classes, and each of those also comes with an ebook guide, just like the first series, except this second series has even more extensive course material to go along with it. I can just pick one of these here just to show you an example. So I not only have my ebook guide, but I have class checklists, I have template generators, I have code, images, even some custom plugins that I've provided as part of Azon Masterclass 2. In this series, I teach you guys how to build an Amazon affiliate blog that is centered around a particular niche. And this type of site is really a contrasting strategy to the original Azon Masterclass. But it's powerful because it allows you to tap into a different kind of buyer, and it's focused on helping you keep your traffic. So instead of getting 50 new visitors off of Google every day, and the next day you still only get 50 visitors, and the day after and the day after, with this strategy you're looking to capture your traffic and to build them into loyal readers that return back to your site on a regular basis. So you can turn 50 visitors one day into 100 visitors a day the next month, and so on and so forth. So you keep growing your traffic and your reach and your audience, and you get the same people to buy products through you over and over again with this type of website. So again, this is a in-depth, step-by-step training course where I go through absolutely everything you're going to need to be able to pull this off. You don't have extra costs that are associated with this. I don't have any upsells on either of these whatsoever. In fact, if you buy one of these two options, I have nothing else to sell you whatsoever. This is it. This is my life's work of the last 5 years, and you get it all of my training, all of my software, all of my knowledge. Now, one last thing to mention here. With ASON Masterclass 2, I mentioned there were 12 classes. If you notice here on this page, there's only 11 of them listed. The reason why is because there is one final class to run. Class number 12 is actually taking place tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so anybody that actually joins up with me tonight before midnight, I will make sure that you have your account information in time to be able to join that final live class if you would want to tomorrow night at 7 p.m. You join up to that right here through this green webinar sign-up button. So now if anybody has any questions for me on product style plugin or on anything relating to this special training offer that I have for you guys, please feel free to ask at any time. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions you may have.